All right, guys. I don't know if you remember my last video. I had a 2.7 in the back of my truck. I was in Parker, Arizona. That was yesterday. I decided to go ahead and tear the motor down and see what was inside. It's nothing good news. Not good news. So take a look at it. You'll remember the video I did yesterday at the Blue Water Casino. Anyways, here you go. This is what we found. We found there is no broken studs, which is a good thing, right? They're all intact. All the studs are intact. The case looks pretty good. There's one damaged spot right there. You can see that. That's cracked right there. But that only holds the throttle. The throttle bell crank. But you can see all the studs they're pretty good in there. They're not. I mean, we're gonna do case savers either way, but just it's kind of a good sign they're not pulled out. So that's good. And if we look at the pan, this is what was at the bottom of the engine. It obviously got water in there, got some dry dirt and buildup in there. That's actually the screen. That's the pan. It was built by somebody that really didn't know what was going on. There's nylock bolts all over the case. If you notice, all these nylocks here, those aren't factory. They didn't use those. Those are for valve covers. So only for valve covers. There's actually a good one there. And then you can see the nylocks. There's a book by Harry Pello that talks about engines and building, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny reading. He says, if you go to a car and look at the engine and it's got nylocks all over it, turn around and walk away. He's a character in his books. You got to see that. Harry Pello. They're around eBay maybe. They're pretty funny. Anyways, let's go to the heads. The heads. They're definitely burning oil. It's been sitting for a while. What's really strange is I have one cylinder that looks like it really never fired. Look at this. So either they cleaned that head, put it back on, and just decided to sell the car is probably what I think happened, because it was pretty bad. The chain sprockets for the timing gears were both in the same orientation. One is supposed to be flipped over. That wasn't done right. The guides, the shims were not orientated correctly. There's your pistons. One bank, the valve was actually touching or just hitting the piston. You can see the half moon there. That's one of them. Here's the other one. That's another half moon there. And then you can see where it's not. That's what it looks like normally, but the indentation. So that was shimmed incorrectly. Luckily, it was just barely touching it, but I'm sure it was making noise. And then you got the camshaft nuts. This was the worst. Look at that. They actually put them on with a chisel. And these are to be torqued to a specification, but I don't think they got the specification because they were pretty loose and they're really beat up. So those are obviously going in the trash. There was corrosion. Here's a chain tensioner. The chain tensioners had savers on there. That's the red part. That's a saver. That's in case it fails, it won't go all the way and you'll lose your timing. But you can see the bottom of it was completely. It's just corroded like the pan there. The rockers they need to be regrind. They're not good. Tubes, we'll replace the tubes, and the oil pump. I mean the oil cooler down there seemed to be in pretty decent condition. It's not dented or, I mean, it's not too bad. So that might work. Valve covers had turbo valve covers on it on the bottoms. That's good. That's a good thing. You can see the timing cover, how the crud and stuff was all built up in there. So those are gonna get clean. When they get like that, sometimes there'll be a pinhole at the bottom, and then those will be no good. But it doesn't look like those are gonna be that bad. The piston rings were they were stuck. They're not even. You can see they're stuck to the piston. They're not even opening. So it was just needed to be done all over. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Heads will get done. I'm going to split the case, because when you get moisture and this kind of stuff in the case, what happens is the bearings in there, the babbitt on the bearings start pitting, and you might have good feel on the rod and all that, but the babbitt is pitted, and it's going to fail. So you can't do a short block, just a short block on a top end on this motor. You got to go and split the case and everything. So it gets pretty. You got a lot more work to do. Let me flip this over and show you the bottom. Okay, you can see. Let me get a light real quick. Try to make this short, but still. You can see the corrosion in there. See that? All that was sitting in the bottom of the pan. It kind of looks like the Titanic. I think it's kind of looks like something under the ocean, but it'll all clean up. There is a little damage right there. You can see the case is kind of chewed up right there. That's not good, but I don't see anywhere else that it needs. So anyways, anyhow, that's the update on the 2.7 from Simi Valley that we stopped at Parker to talk about. All this stuff will get out, and we'll put it back together, and I'll do a video on that also. And then I want to do a valve adjustment next couple of days and show how that goes. Okay, thanks for watching. Hit our like, subscribe to us. I've got a lot of stuff like this I'd like to do, and if you'd like to see something else, let me know, because I'm all about doing this now. It's very cool. Thanks. Bye.